Yeah, I've actually been really liking mines lately. I've started doing a bit of blogging on there, and the instant I started blogging, my subscriber count like tripled.
Nice.
Which it wasn't much; it was like 20 on there. But as soon as I started posting blogs, two really weird things happened. Bill Ottman followed me, and John Ottman followed me. And if people who are listening don't know who those people are, they are two of the founders of the company, and I have no idea why they followed my account.
They're pretty active on there. You'd be surprised. The first interview I ever did was with Bill Ottman, and I wasn't an interviewer. He reached out to me and he's like, "Hey Scott, would you like to interview me?" And I was like, "Sure, sure, CEO of Minds." Um, and that's kind of how my interview like I mean, I was always doing videos. I was doing like reviews and tutorials and stuff.
Mhm.
But in terms of like interviews and, linking up with other influencers and people on these platforms, it was really all started by Bill reaching out to me and asking me to interview him. So just kind of a funny story as to how that all got started because, it wasn't even something that I was trying to do. But then after I interviewed him, Jeff Kerdakis from Uptrend reaches out to me again, and then I was starting to reach out to some other people, and then more people reaching out to me, and it's just kind of snowballed since.
Yeah, I have noticed that. I think it's once you start getting those first couple of ones where people can see them online and see that I don't know, you're going to give them a fair interview and you're going to give them plenty of time to say what they want to say. Once they start seeing that, they can see that maybe, even though this isn't a massive platform I'm going to actually have access to, it's still access to some people that otherwise wouldn't hear what I have to say.
Yeah, especially because they're crypto specific. I think it's the main value proposition that I've always said to people to be on these platforms is because you're kind of cutting through all the noise on Twitter and Facebook and all the legacy platforms, and you're just getting right to the core
Mhm.
of the crypto and blockchain community that you might be trying to talk to, regardless. So if you kind of skip through all that noise, it it makes a huge impact. And I think that's why people are trying to get more involved in that space. And I think that's partly why John and Bill are so active on. I mean, they should be active on their own
Of
platform.
course, yeah.
But it's good that they're really true to that. And even new people they interact with, and I see them liking my stuff and engaging all the time. And when I've had issues, they've been quick to help. Um, I think it's unfortunate that they have like withdrawal approvals. Like when
Mhm.
you want to get your mines tokens now, there's approvals that never used to be a thing. I complained to them a bunch. They said that they needed to have it for they had a lot of people from Thailand coming on and then trying
Mhm.
to like when they opened up to Thailand and they had a huge community join and then they were like vote just upvoting each other and then trying to withdraw all of the Mines tokens that they got and selling them. Because now Mines is on like Uniswap and stuff. Whereas for a good 2 years, it was only a utility token and it could not be sold anywhere except for one unlisted Fork Delta exchange.
Mhm.
But now you can trade it on, Uniswap and everything. So it's a very different atmosphere, and they have withdrawal approvals now. Which, again, I will always, I will always advocate against any kind of like, uh, you know, approvals or things like that for access to your money.
Mhm.
It's kind of why I'm not posting on SoMe or Sawme Social anymore. Um, they had it for the longest time where you can't withdraw any of your funds that you earn at all, let
Mhm.
alone approval, unless you pay $100. Then you can do it, but you still have to get approvals,
What?
which is just all ridiculous to me. And they've had such like site breaking bugs for the past like 6 months, and they keep saying, "Oh, it's gonna be good, it's gonna be good." But
Mhm.
I'm just like, okay, well, you guys let me know when it's working again because every time I come on, it's still broken. Um, and one thing that I'll always say, I do reviews all the time. And one thing that I see all the time when a platform is just not there or it's not quite, very good, all the people in the community will say, "Oh, well, like, don't worry, it will be." And it's like, yeah, like, I wanna give everyone their chances and stuff, but if there's 10 platforms trying to do the same thing, I'll just go with, library and like
Mhm.
Hive and a few of the good ones. Why use, 10 awful ones? Mind you, I'm still on like 30 platforms. But as I said with my last review, I reviewed 130. So I'm obviously not on 130 platforms actively. But if you sign up or you check the platforms, you'll see I'm on them. I have an account and everything, and I've posted on there probably, but I'm not going to actively use 130 because it's just not possible. So, so I really only look at the ones that I think are actually going to, make it or actually uh, have potential to last. And I definitely give the benefit of the doubt to a lot of projects where I'm on way longer than they deserve to have me on there, like Tribe, for example. One of the only good EOS social applications, it just couldn't stay, it couldn't keep going. It was just losing value all the time, barely had any users, and it was the only good one, and it
Mhm.
was really not good. Now there's EOS Voice, but, it's still not publicly available.
Oh,
Know how the beta is going to actually,
you cut out for
work
a second there,
there
sorry.
because oh,
I
okay.
don't know if that was my
But
connection
I
or
was just
yours.
saying, oh, okay, yeah, I was just saying EOS Voice, um it's an interesting situation because when the beta ends they're going to reset everyone's tokens, and I don't know how long the beta is actually going to go for. They say August it'll actually be open. um we'll see
Mhm.
because they keep pushing it back, and EOS has been having a lot of struggles with their being able to afford to making a transaction without having to have a crazy amount of stake or having to like get a stake lease. And I think that's a huge turnoff for most people, except for people who are really, really in EOS. And with $4 billion, you'd think they'd be able to do something. And I just don't see them doing very much.